Hey guys, it's CJ24 coming back with another YouTube video. Today we're going to go over some coincidences involving Dale Earnhardt and Daytona that involve numbers, statistics, and race dates. When it comes to Daytona International Speedway, no driver was better than Dale Earnhardt. Dale was a legend at Daytona. Having won multiple races throughout his career, he would win one of the Daytona qualifying duel races a total of 12 times, winning the Clash 6 times, winning IROC races at Daytona 6 times, and winning at Daytona in the Xfinity Series 7 times. Earnhardt would solidify himself as a contender at Daytona no matter what car he was driving. However, despite all of this success, as all race fans know, Earnhardt only won the 500 once in his career. On February 15th, 1998, Earnhardt finally captured the elusive victory. Although, what I'm not sure a lot of fans realize is that after this event, a lot of strange occurrences would proceed. Occurrences, coincidences involving numbers, statistics, and dates. So let's go over what some of these are. As everyone knows, Earnhardt's most famous car number was 3. While driving multiple numbers throughout his career, none were as important or significant as number 3. Earnhardt will win the 500 in 1998. 3 years later, on February 18th, 2001, Earnhardt would tragically be killed on the last lap of the Great American Race. For the remainder of the 2001 NASCAR season, NASCAR would have a silent lap 3 in honor of Dale Earnhardt. However, for the next 3 events, the lap was run under caution due to an incident. At Atlanta Motor Speedway, Kevin Harvick, who would replace Dale Earnhardt in the legendary number 3, having the car number changed to the number 29, Harvick would do the unimaginable. In only his 3rd career start, Harvick would win the race by 6 one-thousandths of a second over Jeff Gordon. Emotions ran high with the return trip to Daytona in July of 2001. This would be the first NASCAR race at Daytona since Earnhardt's tragic death back in February. Dale Earnhardt Jr. would end up getting redemption at the racetrack by winning the race over his teammate Michael Waltrip. The two drivers would later celebrate in the infield grass in what was a reverse finish from the race back in February. 3 years after Earnhardt's death, and 6 years to the date of his father's win, February 15th, 2004, Dale Jr. would win his first Daytona 500. Another 3 years later, in 2007, Earnhardt's replacement Kevin Harvick would win the Daytona 500. February 18th, 2007, 6 years to the date of Earnhardt's death, and 3 years after Dale Jr. had won the Daytona 500. Partway through the 2007 season, Dale Earnhardt Jr. would announce his departure from Dale Earnhardt Incorporated and would leave to drive for Hendrick Motorsports. Going into the LifeLock 400 at Michigan International Speedway on Father's Day weekend, Dale Jr. was riding a 76-race winless streak. Earnhardt Jr. would end up winning at Michigan on Father's Day, breaking the 76 winless streak. Dale Jr.'s father would have a total of 76 victories in his career. In 2010, 3 years after Kevin Harvick won the Daytona 500, Jamie McMurray won the Daytona 500. It was 6 years to the date since a car owned by a member of the Earnhardt family would win the Daytona 500, the first since Jr. won the race in 2004. On February 18th, 2011, 10 years to the date of Earnhardt's death, Michael Waltrip would end up driving a number 15 truck to victory lane in the NASCAR Truck Series race season opener at Daytona. Michael that weekend was celebrating Earnhardt's life as he was quoted in victory lane after winning the race, saying, "I came here to celebrate his life. I didn't come here to celebrate a win." Things stayed silent for the next 8 years, with no real coincidences or anything happening regarding the Daytona 500, the numbers, or statistics. One thing worth noting is when Austin Dillon won the Coca-Cola 600 in 2017, it was the first time the Fox broadcast would call the number 3 to victory lane. along with it being the first time a car with the number 3 on it had won during the Fox broadcast. Then on February 18th, 2018, 20 years after Earnhardt won his first and only Daytona 500, Austin Dillon would drive the number 3 car back to victory lane in the Great American Race. It was 20 years after Earnhardt's win and 17 years to the date of Earnhardt's death that Dillon had won the 500. It took 20 years for Earnhardt to win. It took another 20 years for the number 3 to return back to victory lane at Daytona. To wrap things up, Earnhardt was NASCAR to so many fans. Many fans associate the death of NASCAR itself with the day that Earnhardt died. While I'm sure there are many more coincidences within the intricate details of the sport, these are the ones that stick out to me the most. So what do you guys think? What coincidence do y'all think was the most strange, or which one stood out to you the most? Please leave your comment down below, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.